I am back with another collection video, and this time we're going to take a look at my Super Nintendo collection, and I also have some Super Famicom games, which is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo. So let's jump right in and check it out. First, let's take a look at some of my loose cartridge games. We have Plock. Really odd game, and I've only ever played a little bit of it, and it's really fun. I really need to jump into this one. It's a really neat game. Mortal Kombat, because I mean, who hasn't played Mortal Kombat? Might have to get the Genesis version though, because the Super Nintendo version has no blood. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. I loved the Ninja Turtle series. It's really a lot of fun to play. I played in the arcade a lot too. Not that version, but you know, the arcade version. Super R-Type, because you need your shooters. Totally need them. We have Castlevania 4, or Super Castlevania 4 rather, because everything on the Super Nintendo was super. And we have Pilot Wings, which I played a ton of growing up, and I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about it. It's just really fun, and I like playing it here and there. Next, we have Super Mario World, another one I played a ton of. Definitely a favorite of mine. F-Zero, played this one to death. Love it, love it, love it. I still love it. The ones that come after this, especially the one on the GameCube, gives me a really hard time because it is super way faster than that one, and I never quite got used to it. Star Fox, because, I mean, awesome game. Super, super fun. Pretty crazy that something like that was on the Super Nintendo. We have Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I am not very good at this game. I don't get very far. Always played Street Fighter, that was a lot of fun. And I played that in the arcade to death also. Super Mario All-Stars. Pretty much a mishmash of all the Super Mario Bros. Games, 1, 2, and 3 in North America. And it also has Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, which is originally the Super Mario Bros. 2, but we got a different version of it, so this is the whole compilation, and I love it, because then I can play any of them that I want to, all at once. Okay, next we have my only boxed North American game here is Mario Paint, and it is complete in the box, has the Super NES mouse and the mouse pad, and I have honestly never really played this. I mean, I tinkered with it a little bit when I bought it, but never really got into it, because I know there's like a ton that you can actually do with it. But yeah, pretty fun, kind of quirky, I think, in my opinion, but something to kind of mess around with. Okay, getting into my Super Famicom games, here we go. We have Super Donkey Kong, which is Donkey Kong Country. We have Super Donkey Kong 2, Donkey Kong Country 2, and the third one, which is Donkey Kong Country 3, but I have the Japanese versions because I like the box art, and I think it looks really neat. And these were way cheaper at the time than, I mean, even now they're still cheaper than the North American boxed. So I picked those up and still kind of do every so often. We have Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Again, I really like this box art. The box art on the Japanese ones, I think, look better, in my opinion. And Super Metroid. Love the Metroid series a lot. Not very good at it, but I love it. Next we have, I think this is Super Bonk. I always get them confused between Bonk's Adventure, which I think was the Game Boy one, and I'm pretty sure this is Super Bonk, because everything on the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo was super, so that's what I'm going with. But a game that I had honestly never heard of, and while I was purchasing other Super Famicom games, I came across this one and said, sure, why not? It looked interesting. Next we have Illusion of Gaia. I forgot the name of it for a second. A lot of these are in Japanese, and I cannot read them at all. And some of them are even a completely different name between the Japanese version and the North American version, so sometimes I completely forget the name altogether. Mother 2, which is Earthbound. Picked this up, pretty happy to have it. Especially since Earthbound, the North American version, goes for ridiculous amounts of money. At least I have a version of it boxed. Okay, we have Estopolis, I'm not sure. 1 and 2, which in North America was known as Lufia. And I don't quite remember what these were called. It was something of Doom, and I completely forgot the name of the other one. Rise of the Sinistrals, I think. But yeah, this is what I mean. Completely different names, and then I forget what the North American versions are called. It slips my mind. This one is actually in English, Ogre Battle. It's the March of the Black Queen. And yeah, I'm honestly not quite sure what that Japanese... what it says in Japanese. I have no earthly idea. Next we have Tales of Fantasia. How nice of it to say it in English so I don't forget. I haven't played too many Tales games, but I know people like them, and they're, from what I heard, they're good, so I grab them. We have Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Right here. Boom. Alright, have a couple of Fire Emblem games here. Don't ask me what the names are. Actually, I think this one is Mystery of the Emblem. And I think this one is Genealogy of the Holy Wars, if I remember correctly. I have honestly, most of these I have honestly not played because I did not own them growing up or even played them growing up. And I have acquired them in my adult life, so some of them I haven't even gotten to play yet, which is the case of a lot of these Super Famicom games. We have Elnard, or Elnard, I don't know. This game is 7th Saga, which I think, if I remember, was turn-based, and that is all I remember about it. And we have the infamous Chrono Trigger. In Japanese, of course, but I am definitely happy to own it. In Japanese or English, it doesn't matter to me. Here it is. Okay, moving right along, we have Dragon Quest 6 and 5, so I've got 5 and 6. And I think there was one of them missing on this system, so I don't have the whole Dragon Quest series, unfortunately. I think it was the 4th one. But at some point maybe I can track it down. It was really expensive on the DS, so I was getting it on the Super Famicom instead. We have Terranigma. I've heard great things about this game. I have not played this yet. So something I'm gonna have to fire up at some point. We have Yoshi's Island. And the actual title in English escapes me. I just know it's Yoshi's Island. That's about it. Alrighty. This is Legend of the Mystical Ninja. I had never in my life heard of this game, but again, one of those titles I came across while searching for Super Famicom games, and it looked really interesting, and I grabbed it. And then I grabbed a couple of the Bomberman series, so I have 1 and 2 Super Bomberman. And we also have Secret of Mana. I don't remember what it is called in Japanese, but it is the second one in Japan. I have no idea. It was like Seiken Densetsu or something to that effect. But Secret of Mana in English, that I remember. And the final game we have is Super Mario RPG, which was the complete title in Japanese, I'm pretty sure, and then in English it's Legend of the Seven Stars. So this just got a lovely remake on the Nintendo Switch, which I did not pick up yet, but eventually I will grab it. Pretty excited about that one. I can't wait to dive into the new one because I have never fully played this yet. So getting it on the Switch and playing it again will be a lot of fun. Alright, that wraps up this collection video of my Super Nintendo and Super Famicom collection. Let me know if there are any games that you have in your collection, something that I missed, because there were a lot of games on this system. Also, be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. I do some Let's Plays of games. Currently have a Super Mario Wonder Let's Play and Super Mario 64 Let's Play. Check those out. And let me know if there are any other games that you would like to see Let's Plays of. I will add them to my list. Alright everyone, as always, thanks for watching, and have a good one.